the installation part. So what are the software we are using for the installation? Then what is the port number for the installation? And so what is the port number for the SWPM tool? What is the port number for the SWPM tool? Then what are the log files we have to check? Log files, right? SAP INST, then SAP INST underscore dev dot log file. So SAP INST dot log file, SAP INST dev dot log file, we need to check it out. So after that, we have to give the inputs. Then inputs take some time. Then after that, we have to review the parameter section. Then execute service. Then system will execute the all those things here, right? So that's what. So we discussed. So after the installation or during the installation, what will happen here? So during the installation, what will happen here, right? So we know installation we are running. I think yesterday also, I think some people, you guys are executed the installation. Now let me check. So once you install the SAP system, once you've done the SAP system in the desktop, on the desktop, you will see the SAP MMC. Once the installation is completed on the desktop, you see the SAP MMC management console here. So here the systems will be displayed. Here the systems will be displayed. The systems means whatever the installation you have done, so that will be displayed here. That systems will be displayed here. Right. So once the installation is done, the systems will be displayed here. So what exactly happens in the installation time? So during the installation time, what exactly happens here? What exactly happens here? So during the installation time here, your SAP application will be installed. During the installation, SAP application server will be installed. So which means SAP will be installed. SAP means they are the two instances will be created. They are the two instances. Two instances will be created. So this is very important. What are those instances here? SAP means they are the two instances will be created. So in the SAP, two instances will be created here. Instance means the set of services is called the set of services are called the instance here, right? SAP means, so here that there the two instances will be created. One is called the ASCS. One is called the ABAP System Central Services. The second one is called the primary application server. Application server. Normally we will call it as the application server here. Application server here. Suppose if you talk about the architecture wise, so this is the your presentation layer. This is the your SAP layer. Then this is your database here, right? SAP is a three-tier architecture. SAP is a three-tier architecture here. So one is the presentation layer, application layer, and DB layer here. Presentation layer, application layer, and database layer here. Presentation, application, and database layer here. So presentation layer. Presentation where we are here, right? We will connect to the SAP. Means when you do the SAP installation, they are the two instances will be created, right? In the SAP. SAP means it just is not the one word here. SAP means here one is the ASCS instance. The second one is the application server instance will be created. Application server instance will be created here, which means if we go one step before, so here ASCS will be created. So then here the application server will be created here, right? So what does it mean ASCS? ASCS means ABAP system central services, right? So ASCS means, so it's a above system, then central services. PAS means the primary application server. Okay, primary application server here, right? Shortcuts we will call it as the CSR, CIR. So normally people will call like SES means ASCS, CS means ASCS, and application server means it's a kind of primary application server. Why? Because first you are installing, this is called the primary application server here. So from here to here there is a connectivity. User will connect to the via here, then it will come to the here, then he will connect to the data. The SAP will connect to the database, right? So this way the request flow will happen. This way the request flow will happen between the application server and everything here. So when you do the SAP installation, there the two instances will be created. So two instances means, so set of work process will be created. There the 7 work process will be created in the SAP, which means, sir, SAP installation means building a new house. So constructing a brand new house, right? So then after that, after the house building is construction is done, so family members will stay in the SAP system, means in your house, right? Same as like here also, they are the 7 work process will stay, that we will call it as the work process. Why? Because those are completing your request. They are processing your work request. That's why normally we will call it as the work process, right? So here the 7 work process is called the DVEBMGS, right? These will come as part of the installation. 2 instances will come and 7 work process will sit inside of the these 2 instances here, right? What are those 7 work process means? One is the dialog work process, right? V means update work process. E means NQ work process. NQ work process. B means the background work process, right? So then M means the message server, right? G means the gateway work process. Then S means the spool work process here. So these are the 7 work process are there in SAP. During the installation, you will get these 7 work process and 2 instances. Here in the ASCS, the message server and queue server will stay in the ASCS instance, means in the ASCS room. So this is the house. Inside of the house, you have the 2 bedrooms. One is the ASCS bedroom and second one is the primary application server bedroom. So master bedroom and child bedroom. In the child bedroom, we have the message server and queue server will stay, and the remaining process will stay here. Process will stay in the dialog, update, so background, gateway, spool. So remaining 5 will stay in the primary application server. Primary application server here, which means SAP application server. So what is application server? Instance. So application server instance. Instance means the set of process, means these are the set of process here. In the ASCS instance, so the message server and queue server is running. That's why we will call it as the ASCS instance. Here in the primary application server or primary application server instance, normally people will call us different ways, right? So that's why this 5 work process are running in the application server. Then we will call it as the application server instance or application server or application. So anyways, number of ways we can call it, right? So, but either as application means, so dialog, update, background, gateway, spool. This 5 work process will stay in the application level, right? So these are the application. This work process will be created. Also, during the installation time, this will be created during the installation time. And also users also will be created. As you know, we are giving the, please provide the password for the users, right? I want, one is the OS level users, then SAP level users, then DB level users are getting created here. So these are the very important guys during the interview point of time. So they may ask you why, because installation anyone can do the installation. The but thing is here, who the thing is here, anyone can do the installation, but the thing is here, but what's happening in the installation time, that 4 hours time or 5 hours time. So what's happening inside of that one? They are the list of, so list of users are getting created. Your SAP application is getting installed, means a new home is getting constructed. Inside of the home, there are the two instances are getting created. In the two instances, one is the ASES and one is the application server. Inside of the servers, you have the work process will come and sit inside of this one, right? Work process will stay inside of the this instances here. And also users, we know, like one is the SID ADM user, then if it is the Windows, right, then SAP services SID user will be created. Then here SAP level, they are the application level. First time to log into the SAP star and DDIC user, and DB level, DB SID ADM will be user is getting created, right? So here, if you are giving the same SID for the database also, then same user is applicable for the database related activities also. So what is the use of these users? To perform the admin level activities, suppose like OS level admin activities. So SAP star DB, SAP level admin activities to perform, we need to use the SAP star DDIC. DB level admin activities to perform, we need to use the DB SID ADM user. We have to use it here, right? So here, if you see our server, these are the getting created. These are the getting created in our servers here. These are the process, and when you do the installation, these are the getting created. These are the all the process are getting created here, right? If you see here, so after, as soon as you done the installation here, as soon as you done the installation, so here in the MMC, there is a MMC will be created here in the MMC. In the MMC, you see the, if you open the MMC here, there the SAP systems will be created. SAP systems will be created here, right? Yeah, let me open it here. So let me log into the our practice server. This is our main server. The IP which you are logging, right? This is main server. There you have the SAP Logon PAD and everything. So here, once you've done the installation, maybe if you want, you can practice it still. But but main thing is the what you are doing after the installation, right? What are the administration topics you are doing here? That is the very important. What you are getting during the installation time. So what you are getting. So one SAP system will be built inside of the SAP system. One application server instance. There the two instances are getting. Each instance they are the set of process are running. Each instance, they are the set of process are running. So that we know here, right? In the each system, So whenever the Windows level, in a Windows level, whenever you install the SAP system here, you will get the process list here. You will get the process list here. Inside of that process here, you will see the list of so inside of the in process list here, you can see the in the MMC SID. In the MMC, you can see the SIDs. What are the systems are installed? So what are the systems are installed? You will see the SID here, right? So SID means system identification. See here, SID, suppose like ECD, ECC development we have installed. So in the desktop, in the MMC, ECD got created here, right? It is in the green status. So under the ECD, you have the two instances are there in the green color, right? Two instances are there here. Sir, which one is, sir, normally once when you done the SAP SID installation, then there the two instances are getting created. Sir, how can I know which one is the ASS, which one is the application server here? Where the ASS means where the message server, NQ server are running, message server and NQ servers are running, that is called the ASS instance. So we can simply say this is the ASS instance, right? So the remaining one, if you see it here, the above work process table, here you have the remaining work process are there here. DIA means dialog, BTC, update, spool, and remaining are there in the process list here, right? Gateway, right? Remaining all are there here. So along with this, you have the additional process is called the dispatcher, IGS, IC man process are there here, which means in the application server, along with this file here, you have the additionally three process here. One process will stay. This is called the dispatcher. This is called the dispatcher. So those are not comes under the 7 work process list. Those are the just so services. Those are the services only. Those will be stay in the each and every application server. So additionally, along with this one, in the application server, we will see the dispatcher and IGS, then ICM. So internet graphic service, internet communication service, and dispatcher. These three process will come as part of the additionally, each and every additionally. That's why we will not count as a work process here. So these are the additional process which will be there in the, so each and every application server, we have the, this process are there here. Each and every application server, we have this process are there here, right? It is called the, so application server here, right? So along with this file, we have the, this is called, this we have here. So which means here in the each and every application server, you see dispatcher is there, IGS is there. So then ICM is there, ICM. So which means it will handle the internet based request here, right? So dispatcher will handle the, dispatcher will take the request from the your SAP Logon PAD, SAP Logon PAD here. So here, if you go to the above work process table here, you have the DIA means dialog, update, BTC background, right? So and spool. So we have the remaining work process are there here. Remaining work process are there. So this all are the each work process. There is a number is there. There is a process ID. There is a status and there is a start button. Right? I will tell you what is that exactly here. Right? So here whenever you do the SAP installation, there the two instances will be created. Right? So in these two instances, one is the ASS instance. By default, you will get the two instances. Under the SID, two instances will be created. So one is the this one, second one is the application server. Sir, how can I find out the application server? Where the remaining work process along with the dispatcher and IGS, you have the remaining work process like gateway and remaining work process are running, that is called the application server. Okay, application server instance. What is mean by application server? Means the set of SAP family members will stay. So few set of people in the one bedroom, few set of people in the one more bedroom, right? Same as like here, set of people will run into the master bedroom, that is called the application server. That is called the, so what are the set of people? Set of work process means the 5 family members, right? Along with you have the additional guest. Guest means, so you have the dispatcher, ICM, IGS. They are the 3 additional guests will be in the master bedroom itself only. Then the next one is called the small bedroom. There we have the only 2 process will run. That is called the message server and the NQ server. They are the only the 2 process will run in that one, right? So that is the that is the so that is the so the inside of the SAP system here. When you do the installation, it will come as part of the installation here. Okay. So what is our next plan? What is our next duty? So once your SAP system is installed, or once you are doing the installation, what is that after that? What we have to do? Right? So in your everybody in the login so we have to log into the SAP system, right? Now SAP system got installed. SAP system got installed. So now we have to log into the SAP system here. How to log into the SAP system, right? In your desktops here, you have to install the SAP Logon PAD or SAP GUI. You have to install it. Why? Because to launch the SAP application, to launch the middle layer, this is the presentation layer, this is the application layer, this is the database layer here, right? This is the database. To launch the SAP application from your desktop, what you have to do? You need to have the SAP Logon PAD, right? To listen the music, what you require? You need the music player, right? To open the music player, there is a desktop icon if you open it, right? Same as like here, to launch the SAP application, then you need to have the SAP Logon PAD. SAP Logon PAD that you have to install in your desktops. That SAP, normally we will call it as the SAP GUI or SAP Logon PAD. SAP Logon PAD here. That is one of the small piece of software that we have to install in our desktops. We have to install our desktops here. So in your remote server, you have already this server is installed here. In the remote server, this is already installed. Then you can directly go ahead and do the installation. Directly go ahead and do the, so directly this is already installed. Then what we can do, we can just a small piece of software. So like that, how we will do the installation, double click it in the Windows level, it will be installed. This GUI will be installed. It's a small icon here. This is a small desktop icon will be created. Then just open the SAP Logon PAD here. SAP Logon PAD here. So open the Logon PAD. You will see the list of systems here. You will see the list of systems here, right? These are the already configured the systems. That's why you see the configure. If you want to add the new entry here, new system, or if you see the empty, what's about like if you see the empty, what we have to do? We need to click on the create button. We need to click on the create button here. We need to click on the create button here, right? You can choose anything. Then here you need to click the connection, right? Click on the connection button here, connection. So in the connection button, see here you are adding the new entry. Means all SAP systems you have to add your Logon PAD. All SAP systems you have to add to the in this Logon PAD here. In this one, as soon as you open the SAP Logon PAD here, if you open the SAP Logon PAD here, you see the empty here. So here, just click on the create new connection, then click on the next button. Here, the connection types, there are the 2 types of connection type. Group server selection, which means you can directly, you can connect to via message server, right? You can just connect to the, like you can just to Let me remove this one. Okay, so here you see SAP, then this is the application message ASCS instance. This is the application server, right? So application server here. So here, so ASCS instance and application server instance here. So what will happen in the your GUI? You can directly connect to the ASCS. Then ASCS will route the request to the application server. Then application server will send the request to the database. This is the user request flow. How the user request flow here? Suppose I don't want to use the group server selection. I want to use the application server. Group server means the message server selection. So means I don't want to connect the message server, which means which is there in the ASCS instance, right? I want to connect to the custom application server, right? Custom application server, right? Custom application server means directly connecting to the your application server instead of you bypassing to the ASCS. And this is the standard. Actually, this is a recommended approach. If you have more than one SAP application server, then that is the recommended approach to connect to the application server, right? Then you can connect to the SAP application server. From here you can the automatical application will process your request. This is the directly connecting to the application server. This is via message server you are connecting to the application server here. We have lastly we have to connect to the application server only here, right? Custom application server, right? So when you go to the first page, click on the create symbol, right? Connection, then here custom application server and description. Here what is the description you are going to create it here? Suppose like SAP ECC dev system, anything you can give it here. What is the SAD? Not anything. What is the SAD system you are going to do it here? Our SAD is the ECD system, right? ECD. What is the instance number? What is the instance number? Your application server instance number is why? Because you are connecting to via application server, directly connecting to the application server. It is the 0202. 2 means it's the 02 here, right? What is the application server name here? What is the your host name here? Our host name is the host name means where you have installed the ECD. Suppose in our case, you have to give the SAP practice, right? The SAP practice server, that is the host name, that is the operating system name. In that operating system name, you have to give the in the operating system name, you have to give the your SAP details and everything, right? So you have installed the SAP. Here in the application server host name, in the application server host name, you need to give the KP online one. That is the application server name. Why? Because you can see KP online one. This is the one more OS. There you have installed the ECD system. Click on the next button, click on the next button, click on the finish. Then your SAP system got added here. Like that, you have the hundreds of systems, then hundreds of systems you need to add one by one, one by one. But hundreds of entries will come like this here, which means we can access the SAP systems by using this one. By using this one, we can access it here. By using this one, we can access it here. You can see by using this one, we can access the all our SAP systems here. All our SAP systems, we can access it here, right? So we have added, right? So we have added here. Either you can add it here or in the locally I have added here. How to add it means click on the create button, connection, then click on the next button, then custom application server, description you can maintain here. Suppose like SAP ECC, so production, right? So what is the SAD? ECP. What is the instance number? 00. What is the application server? KP online one. Sir, without how you know it's a zero, it's a ECD, right? Then you mentioned very wrong. There is one more system is there. That is the ECP. That instance number is the 00. That instance number is the 00 here. Like that we can add it here. Like that we can add the systems here, right? Once you add the systems here, then what we can do, we have to log in. Then how to log in to the SAP systems here. How to log into the SAP systems here? To log into the SAP systems here, so we have to use the, so we can use the Logon pad. This is the our SAP Logon pad here. So if you close and open it also, the entries will still there here. You can see the entries are still there here, right? So then just to which system you want to log in. So suppose like NetWeaver system you want to log in. Then select it, then click on the logon button or the double click it, automatically your SAP screen will be opened. If you double click it, your SAP screen will be opened. SAP, the screen will be opened here. See, connecting, right? You got the SAP screen got opened here. SAP, the screen got opened here. If you are unable to connect it, see, not reached, temporarily unavailable, which means our SAP system, this host system got down here. This is got down, or something is not responding, or something is happened in the system here. Something is happened system. See, this is got stopped status. This is got stopped status here. Then, so in case of system is stopped status here, suppose like here in this host we have the two SIDs are installed, NW1 PRA, right? In case of system is stopped here, system is stopped status here. So you cannot connect it. See, so in SAP got stopped status here. Then whenever you are opening the NW1, you are unable to connect it. Connecting. Then SAP is not working. SAP is not working here. Then what happened here? Your SAP system got is gray color. Gray color means ash color, which means it's a stopped status. Then you need to start it. Right click on the SAD. You need to start it here. When you start it here, so you have to start it here. Once you start it here, then SAP ASCS will be started, right? The first is started. I will explain you separately the starting procedure also. So you think like in case of SAP started, then only you will get the SAP screen, you will get it out like that. When the SAP screen, SAP started here, then only you will get the SAP screen here. See, like that you will get the SAP Logon screen here. So whenever you click on this button, then SAP screen got opened, right? SAP screen got opened here because of SAP is opened. See here, this is also S4D, S4 development. It is also waiting, right? So which means, so backend system having some issues. But when you click on this button, it's opening. The ECD systems are opening. Why? Because it's fully green, we know. And here we know that is still connecting status here. That is connecting status, which means it will take time to start that system as well here. That system also it will take time here. So which means SAP is starting now. NW1 system is starting now here, right? So that's why it's showing the ash color, sorry, in the gray color here it is, sorry, ash color it is showing here, right? There is no color here. If it is the green, then system is completely started. System is completely started here. So what you have to do now today, so you need to add the entries into the system. Add the entries, open the SAP Logon PAD. So if you still want to do the installation, like inputs and everything, we can do it. So, but the main thing is the here what's happening in the installation time. So new SAP system is getting created. In the new SAP system, there the two instances are getting created. One is the application server instance. Second one is the ASCS instance. Then so instance means the set of process will run. So means two instances, two master bedrooms, one master bedroom, one child bedroom. Then there in the master bedroom we have the so two list of process will run. So along with here we have the three additional process and ASCS instances also the process will run. So those are the two instances are getting created by default. By default, two instances are getting created when you are doing the SAP installation, which means SAP system is getting built. SAP system is you are installing using the SWPM tool. Using the SWPM tool, you are installing the SAP system here, SAP system you are installing here, right? Then SAP, after that, then you can open the SAP Logon PAD, which is there in your desktops. Now this server, you can use this server here. Without IP, you can log into this server here without port number. So there it is very fast. We can just open, then you can configure your systems here. Then you can log into the system. So here the first user, any system you can log in. So you can use the, so sir, what is the user here? We have the client concept here. So here user, sir, what is the user? We have to use it here. What is the user? Sir, during the SAP user, first time we are logging to the SAP, then we have the DDIC or SAP user, you can use it. Then you can log into the systems. Users are locked. So you can also use the basis user. You can log into the systems here. Then this is the SAP home page. Then you logged into the SAP home page here, right? Whenever you open the SAP system, right? You got the SAP screen here. Here you can just use the basis user. Then from here onwards, your journey starts here. Your SAP journey starts from here onwards. So configuring the systems into the logon pad, then log into the SAP system, then start working on the our administration tasks here. This is the our daily routine activities. So the first step, you need to log into the SAP system. First step, we have to configure the system into the logon pad. Then once you've done the logon pad, then log into the SAP system. So then open the SAP system, use the user ID password. I will share the user ID password. Normally, we have to use the basis like DDIC. First time we are logging to the SAP system, we have to use the DDIC user or SAP star user, we have to use it. Why? Because first time you have done the installation, then we don't have any users, then we can log into the DDIC or SAP star, then we can complete the other work, we can complete it here. So every day, daily, we have to open the SAP system. We need to work on the things here. Sir, what we have to work it here? So SAP is the transaction code based concept. Okay, don't worry. So we'll pause it here. So up to here, log into the SAP system up to here. So you can complete for today. Okay, up to here. Tomorrow onwards, I will tell you. So what we have to do here, then what is our next point? We have to discuss all those things. It will be covered. What D2 is, so just add the systems into the logon pad, then open the system and use the user ID password. You can log in and send me the screenshot. Like that, you have done the your assessment for today. So your assessment for today is add the systems into the logon pad. You have the details. You can see the existing system details. Or then add the system. In the real time, you will get the list of details and everything. By using the details, you need to fill this form. And so then click on the save button. Then the entry will be created here. Then you can log into the SAP systems here.
What is the difference between the ERP and the local systems?
ERP just we created the folders, separated the folders.
Okay,
So
that folder.
separate, yeah, just we created for why? Because systems are already there here. So that's why we created a like a
Separate
separately.
folder.
Yeah, separate.
And one more thing that during the installation, the by default which client is created?
Yeah, so that's what, yeah, in the while doing the installation time, by default, they are the two clients are getting created. SAP is a client based concept here. So by default, you will get the two clients, 000 and 001 clients here. So 000 and 001 are the master client here. 001 is the backup of the master client here. So by first time we have to log into this client, then we have to create the new client means upcoming topics. So here, whenever you are logging to the SAP system here, so you see there is a client concept here. SAP means within the client only we have to do the our work. There is a client concept here. So initially, when you are logging to the SAP system, there is a 001 000 will come. There we need to log in with the SAP star DDS user. You can log in. There we can do the our work and everything. We can complete it here. right? Once you log into the here, the first transaction code SICK, you can select, check it out. Then here you will get the no errors are reported. You should get the no errors are reported, right? So here, once you log into the system, first execute the one transaction code. This is called the transaction code based concept. So which means SAP is that, it's okay, I will explain it tomorrow, maybe confusing topic. I will explain it. So only thing is you need to do in the Logon PAD, you need to configure the entry, log into the SAP system with the user ID and password. Then send me the screenshot, which means you have done the your assessment today. So that is the first main basic priority here, basic. Then after that, what we have to do everything, I will explain it.
So yesterday during the installation, we see that we created two SAP INST file, SAP INST and